And maybe just to tell us about Maula, where were you placed when you went there? Who was in the cell with you? Were they also other children?
There are no children there.
So they were all adults?
Yeah. I think I was just the only child there.
And were you scared?
Very scared. Very scared.
Irish Rule of Law's Access to Justice programme in Malawi started in 2011, and at the time the primary focus was on bail applications of homicide remandees. But over the last 4 or 5 years the programme has grown and developed, and whilst we still work on bail applications, there's also another slant. There's a large focus on capacity development of institutions in the criminal justice sector. And to achieve that, we have people on placement in Legal Aid Bureau, in the Office of the DPP. Recently, we've taken on a programme volunteer who's working with the Malawi Police, and soon we're going to have a person working directly with the judiciary. Part of access to justice is enabling the justice system to be able to hear cases. So this is where we facilitate camp courts, where you bring magistrates to the courts to deal with certain bail applications.
Yeah, we have a challenge of overcrowding because we have some of them are staying for a long time. Once they have a chance of attending camp court, they're going to have a chance of begging bail.
So we were just at Maula prison. We're screening for a camp court. We do that a couple of days before the camp court, where we look at the remand book and see prisoners who have expired, their remand warrants have expired. That means that they've been in prison for longer than the specified time. So they're allowed to be there for 14 days without being brought to court. And if they're left longer than 14 days, then their remands have expired and they can be included on our camp court list.
The Child Care Protection Justice Act talks of safety homes, that children should not be placed in police custody, but they should be placed in safety homes. So the safety homes haven't been constructed, so you find that children are also being placed in police cells. The other problem is that we don't have like child-friendly cells. So if police stations, police units, they will be forced maybe to mix children with adults, which the law prohibits.
Why Wasantika is Chichewa for Chance for Change. So it's a program which offers a chance for children who have come in contact with the law to go on a program to learn some life skills and build up their confidence so they can go back to education or perhaps the workforce.
So at Moyo Wasantika, we are teaching children how they can achieve their goals and the way they can stop doing bad behaviors.
Previously, I didn't even know how to divert a case. I didn't know how to treat a child who is in conflict with the law, until when I knew about this Irish Rule of Law, which has enlightened us more on the diversion, and indeed it's doing a lot. It has reached out to many police officers at this formation, informing them, reminding them about their laws and responsibilities as police officers.
I was trying to help them at least to change their behaviors, because you know, there are some kids who are in conflicts of law, but they have never been in prison. So I was trying to share my experience in prison with them, telling them that maybe you are doing this because you don't know prison life. You better change now before you come to this point.
We work closely with the local chief system that exists in Malawi and have held meetings at some of the Long Way senior chiefs' residences where they mobilise the group village headmen below them. The purpose of this is that the communities look up to all these people, and we hope that by influencing and getting the message across to these group village headmen, they will in turn disseminate the information in their communities.
Abungwe limene abwera ndipo ngakhalenso miyoyo yathu tereku yasintha.
Okay. Since Irish Rule of Law has been coming and holding these meetings, communities have been able to learn a lot. They have learned so much that they didn't know, and their lives have changed drastically. Yeah.
I've seen some challenges that the DPP's office face. For instance here, in order for a case to go to trial, funding needs to be approved for that. So they may struggle to get money for fuel so that they can trace the witnesses for trial, or also have allowances to pay the witnesses when they come to trial. So that's why a lot of the times in Malawi, homicide trials, they happen very rarely. And magistrates here, they do not receive very much training. They are sent on a 7-month course, and they all have different jurisdictions that they have to prosecute matters. But many of them, they do not know about these limits, and therefore they impose sentences that they are not supposed to. So my training tries to help them to understand what are the limits that they can prosecute.
Last year, the Irish Rule of Law sent a program, their programs lawyer who works in this office together with us, the police officers. So that makes made our work more easier.
The success of the program is really down to the hard work of the volunteers over the last number of years. We've had people who have come for 6 months, but in general people are here for 12 to 18 months. And through very hard work and great relationships that are built with people who work in the criminal justice sector as a whole. And that allows us then to get in at a very deep level.
And more thanks to Mag and Irish Rule, they really helped me. Because on my own, I had no voice, but they helped me a lot.